The impact of fear on our lives. Throughout our lives, we encounter fear in various forms and are often influenced by its effects. In reality, fear serves as a reminder of our existence and is a necessary instinctual response for survival. However, this response that accompanies fear can sometimes prevent us from recognizing opportunities and may even deprive us of moments of happiness. It can distance us from our potential. Fear is a natural emotion that everyone experiences from time to time, but what truly matters is what we learn from it. What is fear trying to tell us? How does fear shape our decisions? How can we develop a healthy relationship with fear? Understanding the role and impact of fear in our lives is directly related to how we cope with this emotion. If we learn to manage fear, what changes could occur in our lives? Among many transformations, we can attain greater happiness, freedom, and courage. In this discussion, we will explore the biological origins of fear, its influence on our lives, and practical measures we can take. The nature of fear and its impact on humans. The evolution and biological foundations of fear. From an evolutionary perspective, fear is a primary mechanism that aids survival. Throughout human history, fear of predators, hostile tribes, and various natural dangers has shaped our instincts and become an essential part of survival. Fear triggers our body to prepare for these dangers as part of the survival instinct. The amygdala, a region in the human brain, plays a crucial role in triggering fear and ensuring our survival. In ancient times, this fear allowed our bodies to react quickly and take immediate action. The body would perceive danger and respond swiftly, ensuring survival. In the modern world, however, this primitive fear response is often misdirected. Wild animals and wars are no longer part of our daily reality, yet our brain still perceives certain situations as threats. Today, social rejection, failure, criticism, or financial uncertainty can trigger the same fear responses in our brains. However, it is important to recognize that these fears often stem not from actual threats, but from imagined dangers created by our minds. Understanding what fear truly is. Lucius Annaeus Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Fear is often a product of our imagination. The threats that accompany fear are rarely as significant as they seem. For example, the fear of public speaking can feel overwhelming in the moment. However, after delivering a speech, one often realizes that there was nothing to be afraid of. When we seek to understand fear, we recognize that much of it is an illusion. Fear is not just an emotion, but a perception shaped by our own thoughts. Real fears are often exaggerated scenarios we create in our minds. For instance, when thinking about speaking in front of a large audience, we may construct scenarios such as, "If I make a mistake, everyone will judge me." However, the reality is that making a mistake does not pose a threat to our survival or significantly damage our reputation. To truly understand fear, we must first question what genuinely frightens us and whether it actually poses a real threat. More often than not, we realize that our fears are quite harmless and not worth being afraid of. The psychological effects of fear and negative behaviors. Psychologically, fear has a profound impact on people's lives. It can prevent us from taking action, influence our decisions, and limit our perspective over time. Instead of confronting fear, people often surrender to it, leading to negative consequences. For example, someone who fears applying for a job might miss out on opportunities, ultimately hindering their career growth. Fear can also restrict personal development. People who prefer to stay within their comfort zones often fear stepping out of them. However, growth only occurs when we push beyond our comfort zones. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to take action despite it. Farming fear. Conscious steps and strategies. Awareness. Taking control of fear. The first step to overcoming fear is awareness. When we recognize how fear controls us, we can take steps to prevent it from governing our actions. It is crucial to observe moments when fear arises. When you catch yourself feeling fearful, analyze your thoughts, emotions, and perceptions of fear. This process helps desensitize us to fear. Facing fear is the foundation of managing it. Accepting and making peace with a situation is the most powerful way to take control. As Carl Jung famously stated, "What you resist persists." The more we suppress fear, the stronger it becomes. By accepting and confronting it, we diminish its power. Viewing fear as a teacher. One of the most effective ways to overcome fear is to see it not as an enemy, but as a teacher. Challenges in life are filled with valuable lessons. The fear of failure can help build resilience. The fear of social rejection can teach us self-worth. The fear of the unknown can strengthen our courage and curiosity. Fear is a teacher within life, and learning from it is the key to diminishing its control over us. Facing fear. Exposure. Therapy. Confronting fear requires a form of exposure therapy, where we gradually face our fears and learn to manage them. Exposure therapy involves encountering fear-inducing situations and building tolerance over time. For instance, if you fear public speaking, you can start by speaking in small groups and gradually work your way up. Eventually, you will realize how much fear has been exaggerated in your mind. Embracing fear to find true freedom. The true meaning and transformation of fear. Fear is an emotion that stays with us throughout life. However, completely eliminating fear is neither possible nor necessary. Fear is essential for our existence and serves as an important instinct. Yet, understanding and learning from fear can lead to true freedom. Fear is not an enemy but a transformative tool for our lives. Joseph Campbell once said, "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek." He pointed to the hidden opportunities and lessons within fear. Fear will always exist, but our response to it determines how it shapes our lives. Embracing fear and learning to coexist with it can bring true freedom and courage, creating a new life beyond fear. Fear is a part of life and cannot be completely eradicated. However, accepting it and taking deliberate steps can lead to a life that is freer, braver, and more meaningful. Understanding, confronting, and managing fear makes us stronger, wiser, and happier individuals. True freedom does not come from eliminating fear, but from living and growing despite it. Now, do not let fear control you. Gather your courage and face your fears step by step each day. Every step will make you stronger and reshape your life. Never give up, and remember, beyond fear lies a vast and extraordinary life waiting for you. A life that can only be unlocked with courage.